I can't tell you how many times in my career someone has said to me, well, I'm a compulsive overthinker. I mean, my mind is always going. It never shuts off. I can't even meditate because it's so busy in there all the time. And these folks really think that this is a personal problem, that they're really the only one that's up against this. And what I've seen is that all of us tend to revert to two types of thinking when it comes to approaching life's problems. And the first mode of thinking is rumination. It is that cycle of being caught in a trap of repetitive thinking. It feels compulsive and it just takes all of one's focus and attention. And this type of thinking does tend to cause feelings of sadness, stress and distress, anxiety and worry. It feels really personal, and the options for solving the problems at hand seem really limited, or at the very least unsatisfactory from this approach, from this kind of thinking. I actually have a colleague of mine, Barbara Ireland, who calls this mind looping. And I think that's a brilliant explanation for this repetitive, compulsive, and often negative experience that we've all had. I mean, this is the kind of thinking that keeps us up in the middle of the night. The other type of thinking and approaching problems is reflection. And reflection, on the other hand, is a state of mind that feels much less personal. When someone's in a reflective state, they're more inquisitive, they're more introspective, more neutral. They tend to be more open to receiving new ideas, considering new possibilities. And I tend to see that when folks are in this state of mind, they're much more in touch with their own intuition and open to guidance. So let's have a little bit of fun with this. Here's a chart that details the different elements and experiences that tend to come with either mode of thinking, either rumination or reflection. So think about it yourself. When are you more likely to get new ideas? When are you more likely to feel stressed out? What about the likelihood of feeling victimized, that life isn't fair, things aren't fair? When are you more likely to feel stuck? On the contrary, when are you more likely to learn something new about yourself or others or the world at hand? When are you more likely to feel at ease and in touch with inner wisdom and intuition? When are you more likely to feel depressed or be self-critical? What about the likelihood of snapping at others or feeling disconnected from family and friends and society as a whole? What about this one? When are you more likely to feel a sense of urgency and pressure to fix the problem right away? On the contrary, when are you more likely to discover infinite possibilities and solutions? And at the end of the day, which mode of thinking do you tend to be in when you experience love and connectedness? Now, when you hear that, you may think, oh, wow, reflection sounds a lot nicer, and it seems a lot more effective when it comes to dealing with problems of the heart and life's problems in general. But every human being goes in and out of these two modes of thinking. What can be really practical is not to try to stop yourself from ruminating, but to at least hold off on making major decisions until you're in a more neutral state of mind, until you're in a more reflective, clear state of mind.